impossible, impossible. Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Watson, off play action. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Andy Dalton. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. This is caught inside the 15.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. So Dalton now. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jarvis Landry from 13 yards out.
And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Lutz with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Here we go on 4th. Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Now a give left side for Chubb. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. Now Watson. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off tackle run here for Nick Chubb. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Still in the first quarter, but what a controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Lutz now to kick this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off of play action, it's Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
On first down, it's Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Grant.
Down inside the 10.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him again. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Kamara up the middle. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action now. Dalton under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They marched to the end zone the last time out.
To throw here, Dalton. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. Defense has a touchdown.
York on now for the extra point.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Anthony Walker giving that O-line fits. He gets in there to drop it. He shot in, seeming like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, You're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. A final shot before the break. Watson, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
York now for the extra point.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Saints are back within a score.
Lutz with the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for third. To throw is Watson.
Out route here, going to Hunt. He's got it. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Again, it's Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz.
60 yards.
And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. The York on now for the extra point.
He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
On second down, Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Complete. It's Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Dalton off play action. They'll roll him out right.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Kamara trying the right side, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Play action here with Dalton. He throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. They seem a little bit confused.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 34 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Watson, off play action. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And Dalton to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Greedy Williams picks it off. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. After the interception, here's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. York now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero nada there for the offense draws.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Dalton. Deion Jones able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. First and 10 for Dalton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's third and 2. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there. 56 yards. And the Browns add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things in this ball game. The self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit down and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. And they are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Watson on first down. Touchdown! Jakeem Grant from 13 yards out. And the Browns are pouring it on.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A 10th carry for Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara,
71 yards.
and the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. They'll turn to Kamara.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Browns drive about to get started. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play fake. Here's Dalton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Deion Jones make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 seconds.
Under pressure, they got him again. Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they look to convert the 1st down.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this
ability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Fourth down, Dalton wants to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And Watson's going to throw it here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Andy Dalton. And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit.
And now here's another interception. picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Got to be careful here, Dalton. And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Watson. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. And that is incomplete. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
I told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied, time stuck like Velcro. Georgia Peach on east side like it's ATL. You lacking, you tripping, you slacking, impatient, waiting, confused like what happened. You get attitude cause I'm getting mad, cause you wanna take 20 minutes and a half. And on top of that, I gotta get gas out of the freeway, pick up traffic. What the is you doing? We gotta dip, 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 dip. Cardi, yeah. Watch your tick, 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 tick. Waiting for that last minute for your hell. Now stop playing games, go and bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Cause you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time. Come on, girl, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Cause you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time. Took me 20 to get ready, yo. Shower moisturizer and the fit I had on yesterday. Uniform necessities, multiples of everything. Now your neighbor wanna come and speak to me like,
hey, how you doing? I ain't too bad.
ha 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 ha. Hit her with a few fake laughs. She talking my ear off. It's sympathy I lack. I care about one thing. What up? Anyway, gotta pay a little more. Too late to the jack. Got a jet cause the bed leave at 8. And we got some fur on that upper deck in the orchestra. Gon' play a score for every album project. You ain't scared to change cause it's ain't coming out your pockets. My fruity and slick. I'm rude a little bit. Don't be acting so appalled. Oh, your girl, let it put so much into tonight. And you just don't care. Now stop playing games. Gun, bring your downstairs. Come on, girl, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Tonight, just don't care. Playing games, girl. Bring your downstairs.
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now it's Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The first down throw coming for Dalton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and 1 coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch up. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses...
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great good spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Browns! 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Browns lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Dalton off play action. Rolling to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Dalton bootlegs out. Sliding out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in.
I think you can easily follow the thinking there. Pressure on the last play. Well, they got to him, so they decided, let's get him out of there. Bootleg him out to the right. Unable to complete the pass downfield, but the thought process, spot on.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this one is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's got the connection to Cooper.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In motion is Grant. On 2nd and 7, Watson going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Watson off play action. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Browns have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Deion Jones, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. Here's Dalton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. On 4th down, Dalton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Off of play action, it's Watson. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves it with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Watson. Being chased out left. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw, Watson. Touchdown! Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Deion Jones in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing, Dalton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began. That's to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. 1 more good rep, and they get off the field.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
4th down, Dalton wants to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And some room to work. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 67 yards. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. To throw here, Dalton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game. The coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Watson now to throw. And that's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. Jakeem Grant as the first half is winding down. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by York is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try to put points on the board.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Well, an unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Olave over the middle.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that's going to push him back half the distance. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Returnable for Grant.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to let it go again. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try to put points on the board.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Dalton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. A give to Kamara running right. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Kamara. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So after the run by Kamara, now another first and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And I think the Browns got it. They did. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, 27 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And some room to run now. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Kamara. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, second and goal. So Dalton now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. So that every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Saints are able to at least get one score back. Here's Dalton to throw for. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results They just aren't there.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. The busy night continues for Kamara. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. On fourth down, Dalton. And now here's another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. On first down, Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 53 yards. And the Browns get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. On first down, it's Watson. And that's going to be caught for Browns. Touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Did the Browns get it? I think so, yes. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. If they got it, I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Open man here, Schwartz, complete.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jakeem Grant from 19 yards away.
And the Browns had 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial game.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton. He's going to let this one go deep. And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, 39 yards. And the Browns take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93%.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Saints on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Dalton now to pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, if the ice is down, it's going to be a nice long second out after this one. He's going to address the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And that will force a turnover on downs. Watson off play action. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first. In motion is Grant. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To the air yet again, Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Watson. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead. And now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up. And he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Dalton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Throwing now, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the 4th quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over.
And, my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Greg Newsom. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Watson's going to throw it here. On the move to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. Really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing. Dalton. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. That's such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as he'll go for 2 here. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know, what do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Martin Emerson.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, it's been a fantastic game for this defense. Has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this run of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
It's do or die for Dalton. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm balling like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh. Then the juke move, Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. This is not a game, this is not a game. Banging on your chest when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic.
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise the bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up and show out. can surf the crowd. Trust me, you ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never been to a shore like this. I'ma give you something to remember forever. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright.
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. The West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got on your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 crippin'. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live in. Showtime, Mythic Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see them all.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect